Hello and welcome to News at Noon. I'm Aftab Borka. A man from Sterling Heights has pleaded guilty to raping an 80-year-old woman. Reporter John Turk has more information on that and about a boy in Madison Heights who was mugged for $1. John?
Well, 31-year-old William Harrison will spend at least 20 years in prison after admitting he raped a senior citizen at a senior housing complex in Clinton Township. He also pleaded guilty to home invasion and armed robbery of the woman while in her apartment in 2011. According to police, Harrison has an extensive criminal record, including convictions for property theft and home invasions. Harrison's scheduled to be sentenced in Macomb County Circuit Court April 1st. In Madison Heights, police are still searching for two men who they say beat a 15-year-old boy February 12th for $1. According to Lieutenant Robert Anderson, the suspects stopped the boy as he was walking to school near East 11 Mile Road and asked his name. Then one of them hit him in the face and knocked him to the ground. Anderson said the men continued to kick the boy while he was down, and one of them stole his wallet and took a $1 bill from it. It was all the money he had. Anyone with information about this attack is asked to call Madison Heights Police at 248-867-2732.
All right, John, thank you very much. The third man involved in the 2011 Christmas Eve shooting at the Roladium in Waterford has been sentenced to life. Oakland Press spoke with Robert German's attorney after the sentencing.
Mr. German did not wish to put anyone through the trauma of a trial again. He took responsibility the day he got arrested. He made a very full inculpatory statement to the investigating detectives at that time, back at the end of August, and he had no intention of taking this matter to trial from that point forward. All the time that I have served as his attorney, it's been his intention to continue on the path that he started on the 30th of August when he took responsibility and spoke to the detectives. That's ultimately how the case worked out.
And the clock is ticking over a possible decision by Governor Rick Snyder to appoint an emergency manager for Detroit. Reporter Charlie Crum has the latest update on this developing story. Charlie, what's going on?
Well, Michigan Governor Rick Snyder is in Detroit today, and he's about to hold a meeting and conference call with media to discuss Detroit's finances. Snyder's office stresses that the 2:30 p.m. meeting is for discussion purposes only, and he's not going to announce a decision on whether to appoint an emergency manager or who. But Oakland County Executive Elbrooks Patterson says an emergency manager in Detroit is inevitable.
It's inevitable. Detroit has to have one to get all their finances in line. Emergency manager can come in and lop off that department, reduce that contract, and just go right through the whole city like Sherman went through Georgia.
The governor has 30 days to decide whether to appoint a manager after a review team's report found Detroit to have a financial emergency and no real plan to deal with it. In Lansing, lawmakers are considering legislation to make it a crime for school employees to have sex with students under the age of 20. The legislation seeks to address a situation where students are 18 but still in high school. Sponsors of the bill say it's inappropriate for school employees to have relationships with students, even if they are 18.
All right, Charlie, thank you very much. And Oakland County's new Water Resources Commissioner Jim Nash is going to hold a town hall in West Bloomfield next Wednesday to educate people on fracking. The controversial method of drilling for underground natural gas was a major concern during the last county elections.
We're doing town halls around the county. West Bloomfield's the first one. They have a moratorium that ends at the end of this month. They're thinking about redoing it. So we're just trying to give people information about what it means and the potential hazards, and how make sure that people are aware of it before they lease their property. Oakland County is very densely populated. We have 1.2 million people in 900 square miles, so it's about 1,300 people per mile. And when you're talking that kind of population, an issue that comes up, if there's a serious issue with well water, if the aquifer is contaminated, that would affect a tremendous number of people and potentially really harm this economy. Our economy really depends on our water resources.
And now it's time to plan your weekend with Gary Graff.
The Roar is restored at the Fisher Theater as Disney's The Lion King continues its run there through March 10th, with a couple of special weekday matinees on the schedule. BroadwayInDetroit.com has the details. Foxtown will look like swingin' London this weekend thanks to a couple of rock and roll tribute acts. The Beatles' Rain plays Saturday at the Fox Theater, while the Pink Floyd Experience will be at the Fillmore Detroit on Sunday. Ticketmaster.com has information on both shows. We usually don't recommend TV, but Sunday is the Academy Awards, otherwise known as the Oscars, starting at 7 p.m. on ABC, WXYZ, Channel 7 in Detroit. Find out all about this year's nominees at oscar.go.com. And at the movies and theaters this weekend, we have the science fiction thriller Dark Skies, the Dwayne Johnson action flick Snitch, and exclusively at the Main Art Theater in Royal Oak, the documentary West of Memphis.
And that's all we had for today. Don't forget to watch us tomorrow at theoaklandpress.com. I'm Aftab Borkap. Have a good day.